A full 9 months before Rosa Parks's famous act of civil disobedience, 15-year-old Claudette Colvin is arrested on March 2, 1955, for refusing to give up her seat on a segregated Montgomery, Alabama bus. Colvin was traveling home from school when the bus's driver ordered her, along with 3 fellow black students, to give up their row of seats to a white passenger. Colvin's friends obliged, but she refused to move. At school, she had recently learned about abolitionists and later recalled that it felt like Sojourner Truth was on one side pushing me down, and Harriet Tubman was on the other side of me pushing me down. I couldn't get up. Montgomery segregation laws at the time dictated that black passengers sit behind white passengers on public transportation, and bus drivers routinely moved black passengers to make room for white passengers. Colvin, in refusing to move, cited that she paid her fare and staying seated was her constitutional right. She was then forcibly removed from the bus by 2 police officers, handcuffed and arrested, and booked in a local adult jail. She was charged with violating segregation law, disorderly conduct, and assaulting a police officer. The former 2 charges were dropped, but the latter stayed on her record until it was expunged over 6 decades later in 2021. After being picked up by her parents that day, Colvin recalled her father's fear of reprisal from the Ku Klux Klan and recounted that he did not sleep that night and instead sat armed with a fully loaded shotgun. Side note, the Klan is such losers and cowards that hide behind hoods and no one should ever be scared of them. Okay, moving on. Fred D. Gray, a prominent Montgomery lawyer and activist, took Colvin on as a client, his first civil rights case, with the aim of filing a federal suit to desegregate Alabama's bus system. Local civil rights leaders, however, decided not to proceed, in part due to Colvin's age, but also because, by her own assessment, she was too dark-skinned and soon became pregnant at age 16. These factors, some feared, would hurt her chances of winning the case. So long story short, you hear about Rosa Parks instead of Claudette because Rosa Parks was older and light-skinned. I also want to share that the Baton Rouge bus boycott happened way before the Montgomery bus boycott, but doesn't get talked about either. During the 1953 bus boycott in Baton Rouge, the African-American community organized free carpools, enabling protesters to go about their daily business, while simultaneously showing they would no longer accept second-class citizenship, which Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. later adapted for Montgomery. And remember, you do not have to take my word. I'm just here to put the knowledge in front of you so you know where to start with your research. And Miss Claudette is still alive at the age of 85 years old. Just something for you to think about.